His love of food started at a young age as he helped his father at the family-owned meat market, being exposed to excellence in food quality and dining standards. He was instrumental in the success of many different establishments, including food and beverage operations at the George R. Brown Convention Center. He has spent some time at the Four Seasons Hotels in Houston, the Blue Bourbon Room of Dennis's Seafood House, Houston Marriott Westchase, Shadowhawk Golf Club, and continuing 5-star level performance at the Houstonian Golf and Country Club. In 2009, he joined Memorial Hermann Hospital Texas Medical Center as an executive chef and continues to be part of the best of the best. Chef Miguel Rodriguez uses his talents and flair along with personal touches to make it his own with rave reviews.
What I'm going to do tonight is heirloom tomatoes. It is a tartare with basil and balsamic syrup. The way how we present it here, this is the final product, but I'm going to show you how and why I did this. I took the idea from Capri salad,
Oh, yeah.
which is tomato and fresh buffalo mozzarella. Some people put olive oil, black pepper, and then they use chardonnay, some basil, and they drizzle with some balsamic syrup. One of the balsamic syrup that I use today is Terra Verde, and it is very good. You should get one of this, especially the Mother's Day is coming, so you can give one to your moms and to your friends. It is very good.
Miguel, those are great. Those are from Dripping Springs, right here in Texas. So if you're a big supporter of Texas and Texas stuff, vendors, it's great. They have olive oil and balsamic. And so there's a traditional balsamic, there's mandarin, there's a red apple. They have wonderful, wonderful flavors that all would actually go really nice with this salad.
Outstanding. And the other thing that I want to share with you is that for some of you probably never see a heirloom tomato. They look like this, have different shapes. They're come in greens, green and red together at times. I picked them because it's very sweet. And then the ingredients that we're having here with the olive oil, and actually I'm trying one when I get home, the red apple balsamic. Yeah. This is outstanding. I did not know that this exists, but it's terrific.
We were doing tastings before, and we're drinking it, so it was really good.
So the first thing that I did is get my tomato. What I'm going to do is just show you something that we should do at home. Wash your vegetables. This one is already washed. So, again, this is another tool. Ceramic knife. It's outstanding. I have one of this at work, and nobody can touch it.
It's nice. It doesn't. It doesn't look heavy like a regular chef's knife.
My wife has one. I don't know why I gave it to her, but she has one. And then, she does it, and she uses everything, for everything in the house. So it is very good. The first thing that I'm gonna do is to show you how I did the tomatoes. So what I did is just take the core out.
You can get that knife at the Cooking Depot, right, Miguel?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, right next door.
So you will see this knife, and it comes in colors. So, the other thing is that they're going to have with some black parts in the bottom. So we want to remove that. So, this is very simple stuff that we can do at home. For some of us that, don't know much about cooking. And the reason why I'm in cooking, let me tell you this real fast. When I immigrate to America, the first thing that I say, it's like, where are I going to work? I don't speak English, and as you can see, I'm still not speaking good English, so I'm still working on it. So I went in and I started washing dishes. So this is where I start. And then from that moment, I start moving on. I was having secure the food. I was a good eater. So, and I grew up from there, so I made sure that I have, air conditioning, and, I was treated well. So from that, I started, and that's how it took me to the culinary fields. And what I want to say with that is that I didn't know cooking. I learned by looking and watching people that have a lot of passion for food. And one of the things that I really found is this book. This book is, it has a lot of concepts. A lot of things that I don't know because we don't know everything.
What's that? That's the Food Lover's Companion, right?
The Food Lover's Companion.
It's like the chef's Bible.
That's my companion. So, a lot of things that I don't know when I want to, sometimes we don't practice so much because there's so many cultures. You just go back and refer to that, right? So, if there is something, like chiffonade, you find that concept here. What is all that about? You can find, from where quinoa comes from. That's the new trend today's. But enough with the knowledge. But I want to show you what I did with the tomatoes. So one of the things that I'm gonna do here, and now if you don't want to, use a knife, what you can do is have one of these cool tools that I have here. That also you can find them here. So let me show you how this works.
It's the gator.
Yeah.
It's the gator chop.
Very. This is cool. I like it. What you do, you just press it down.
Good. There you go.
This is outstanding. The way how is doing and all that brunoise, you can find that in that book. What brunoise means. So what's brunoise, chef?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the chef.
Brunoise is the French word for small dice. Very, very, very small dice.
How do you clean that thing, Miguel?
Oh, actually, you just take it out. You just get this screen off. And then you don't have
look
to.
at that. It took all the food off the bottom there.
And then you don't have to do
nice.
much of it.
And it goes right in the dishwasher.
Absolutely. So.
Did you get that at the Cooking Depot?
Yeah, I did that. How do you know that? You know all my secrets. So. Once I have everything diced, what I did is very simple. I want to get to the combination of the ingredients, right? So I combine my colors. You can do this, in the afternoon. It's very refreshing, with friends, at home. Doesn't take much of it.
Does it have to be cold, Miguel?
It have to be cold, probably
no, but is it room temperature is okay?
Room temperature,
oh, nice.
It will help the tomato to taste better. Tomato in a cooler, it keep it from going bad. But definitely, when you're just about to try a tomato, you just want to have it in a room temp. So that's why, when you go to the farmer markets, I love farmer markets, you find them in the room temperature. That's the reason why.
So when I have my tomatoes in the fridge and I take them out and I'm going to slice them and eat them, they have kind of a mealy texture. Is that from being in the fridge then?
That's why.
Okay.
Exactly. So, buffalo mozzarella, you can find them in the stores. Very simple. Not much, it's not a brainer. It comes sometimes in a little circle, like little balls, actually culinary arts. That's what is culinary arts. You can come up with anything that it tastes good, that people can eat it, and then they can, be happy about it. So, I have my tomatoes. I have the buffalo mozzarella, Kalamata olives. Not so much. You can use actually green olive if you want. This is just depends of the taste of everybody.
So I can use green olives instead?
Yeah,
okay with
that is a personal preference.
Okay.
For this one, I recommend Kalamata, but if somebody wants to do something different, I'm okay with that, as long as it tastes good. So I have a little chalice here. So what I did is just putting all these ingredients together.
Okay, so now Miguel, let me ask you about the shallot. So if I don't have a shallot at home, but I have a red onion,
yeah,
that it's an okay substitute?
Definitely, you can substitute it with red onions. Absolutely. So then you just put a little salt here, and then a little pepper. Okay. See how dirty you get? But if you use this, look how cool. Right there, no mess. Look at that, right there. You don't have to do much about it.
So Miguel and I are going to end up having big bags of stuff. We're going to be broke by the time we leave here tonight.
Right? So one thing about the basil, since you have your basil long leaf, fresh, organic, it is basil at the end of the day. And then one of the things that I do is chaffonate, but then again, just some people want, just to tear it with hands. It's up to the person who wants to use it, and what is that for. Some people believe that, by tearing it, then the flavor is not gonna, it's gonna go away. I agree and disagree. So I think that at the end of the day, basil, if you apply it properly, that technique, it can be anything that you prefer. At this point, I use chaffonate, and then right now I'm just stirring it. It's going to taste the same. I use olive oil, and again, this is other cool item that I found. Texas olive oil, Hill Country.
Yeah, Dripping Springs.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, Miguel, what is that? Is that a silicone stopper?
Yeah, so doesn't go.
Oh, because
anywhere,
it's nice to uncork it, pour, and cork it instead of.
Absolutely.
You got that at the Cooking Depot, didn't you?
Yeah. Olive oil, and then you can actually, just pour it, how much you want. Olive oil, actually extra virgin olive oil is good. It's good for your body, that it has a lot of nutrition on it. For me, working in the hospital, I understand what nutrition is all about. So, and I know some of you know that.
We're all concerned about
Today's
calories and
calories.
fat. Yeah. Darn it.
So
They don't make Whataburger fat-free yet. I'm just waiting.
presentation can be anything that you want to be. It can be a rectangle plate, it can be, a little cup like that, it can be a little boat. You can find those on Party City or here.
Yeah,
there
Party
should
City.
be some of those. Yep. So you can decorate it, and what I'm gonna do today, I'm just gonna put something here like a basil there, and I'm gonna make sure that my tomato doesn't be runny, and just everything is about the presentation, because a lot of us eat, by looking things.
Oh yeah, with our eyes. That's
Yep.
beautiful, Miguel. It's bright colors. It looks very refreshing, very
Absolutely.
healthy.
And then the last thing that you're going to do, when we do balsamic, you reduce it. The way how I know that it's already syrup is like I get a china plate, and I just put a dot here when it's hot, a cold plate, and it runs. And if it runs all the way down, it's not ready. So if it runs and it stops to the middle, then you know that it's already glazed. So that's how you know that your syrup is ready. And then the plate is almost done, and I can drizzle that. This plate can be a little bigger, and you can have a different presentations, like this one right here, like, can you look at it? Right there. And you can have a different presentations. I just want to make sure that you're all thank you. You all know what we're trying to do here. See that? Perfect.
That's beautiful. Beautiful job, Miguel.
Thank you.
Isn't that nice? Can you guys see that?
Thank you. The next item that we're going to do, it is the shrimp skewer that you see there. So, yeah, I got my pineapple, have my champagne vinegar, my oil, my vinaigrette, and my shrimp. It's very curious. This one doesn't have salt. It comes from the vinaigrette, Italian vinaigrette. So if some of you have some sort of sodium restriction, like I do, so So I like these plates like that. So the first thing you can do in the shrimps can be big, can be small. It's up to you. Can be this. It is an appetizer. And the first thing that I did in order for you to do a vinaigrette is, it is in the book how to do a vinaigrette as well. It is 1/3 or 2/3 to do a vinaigrette. So what it means 1/3, it can be 1 cup of juice and 3 of oil, or it can be vice versa. Just depends of how you want to use it. So on this one, I just put my oil, kind of whisk it, put my champagne, wine, and then my Italian. It's very simple, no-brainer. And then the shrimp. What we do is we marinate the shrimp no more than 2 hours, because it start getting into the protein and it will disintegrate the shrimp. So you marinate it, put it in the refrigerator. Pineapple, regular pineapple. The reason why I pick up pineapple is because the vinaigrette is already sweet, and pineapple is sweet. Basil is a sweet herb, so I just want to have everything to combine, since it's no salt, no pepper. Everything comes from the vinaigrette. So once everything is there, what I do after 2 hours, you just put them on a grill, put them in a saute pan, Teflon. Actually, you want to get this.
That's a Swiss diamond in it, Miguel.
Yeah, this is cool. This work like a cast iron. I mean, better than that.
It's got diamond dust in the coating, so non-stick, lifetime warranty that you'll never have to worry about. You get it at the Cooking Depot.
There you go. I don't want it too dark for me, for my thing. But some of us, really want to see marks. Some of us wants to see, that it's already very, very, very cooked. And see, it's making the little seasoning there. Very good.
So we're waiting for the sizzle, right?
Yeah.
The sizzle. Okay.
See, it's getting nice. You see how fast it cooks? Look, it's getting color now. All right, need to take them out. Very good. See? Now I have the shrimp. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put them in here. I'm going to get my ceramic knife. This is cool. You just want to get the pork, because I'm going to do a different presentation right now. Right? You just want to get the seeds out, because for that presentation you don't want to get seeds. Not that it's not good, but for that presentation it's not eye appealing. I'm going to do a little bit brunoise. Then you just put them in there for color. Once you have that, then you just can put your fork.
Oh wow, Miguel, that's beautiful.
Thank you. You like that?
Wow, that's really nice, Miguel.
Thank you.
So let me ask you, how do we know when our shrimp's done?
When you see the little red color, it is a bright color. Okay. That red is telling you that it's already done. And then when you just kind of touch it and feel it, it's practically it's already done.
It's not squishy anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, and they kind of look like they curled up A little tighter?
Yes, that's when they're already done.
Oh, okay, awesome. All right, so what do you guys think? You guys have tasted already, right? Great. Good job, Chef Miguel.
Thank you. On the next dish, we're going to do a lobster risotto bowl.
Ooh, lobster.
Yes. And then I'm going to use this beautiful pan.
That's Swiss Diamond
Outstanding. This is very good.
that you got at the Cooking Depot. It's worth a trip down the
Yeah.
road.
You know, one of the things that I do when I cook risotto, it is I'm going to make sure that my shallow gets translucent. So that's what I'm going to know that it is already done.
Okay, so do we want it crispy and fried,
It is practically
or
translucent.
not that far?
I mean, you know, you want to get it translucent, and you know, when you're seeing a little golden, that's when it means
Okay.
it's already done. Like right now, you can see that. And then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to add the wine. What I do, I just, you know, some people, you know, add it all at once. What I like to do,
Miguel, is that cooking wine or is that like a Chardonnay?
it is like a Chardonnay.
Okay, so you're not gonna, if you won't drink it, you won't cook with it, right? Is that it?
I mean, you can cook with that.
No, I mean, but you're not gonna cook. You're not gonna drink cooking wine, so you don't cook with cooking wine, right? It's bottles of Chardonnay and Pinot Grigio and things like that. Okay,
Outstanding, yes.
that's my motto. If you're not gonna drink it, you're not gonna cook with it.
So while you're doing this, what I choose to do is lobster broth. You can use chicken broth. You can do this with chicken, any type of proteins that you like. Actually, you know, like I said before, have to be very creative, and actually is what you really want to do.
So where do you get lobster broth?
Well, from the stores, from the convenience stores, grocery stores.
Oh, like HEB will carry
Yes.
lobster broth. Oh, okay.
Outstanding, yes. So I will gonna add a little bit more wine.
So I see that you're doing that a little bit at a time. And normal rice, you just throw all the liquid in and cook it.
See, risotto is very delicate, and since the rice is so creamy,
Uh huh.
you have to do it like this. So a little by a little,
So it's
so
a
you can let
slow
it cool.
cooking
Yes,
process.
yes, it's a slow cooking process.
Okay, so how long does risotto take to cook?
Actually, it takes 20 minutes.
20, oh, that's not long. That's what regular rice will take.
Yes.
Okay.
So once I have all this done, you know, after the 20 minutes, you're gonna have your rice already done. And what I actually did is to create a bowl and start putting the lobster in it. Yeah. Let me put this back. So you have your bowl here. You got your rice. Then I choose to get lobster. This is a minced lobster. That means that it's already chopped.
Oh, so you didn't buy a lobster tail and chop it up? It already came that way?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That makes it
So-
more convenient.
Save a lot of work. You don't have to do a lot of cutting shells and all that. So once you get the rice, you combine it together. You have to do some sort of the binding. In this case, we're using the egg, so it can bind together.
It already looks good. All the good things. There's butter in there, risotto, lobster,
And wine,
wine. What's not to
No.
like?
right?
And you guys have already
So-
tasted it. What do you think? It's
This
good?
this is like doing meatballs, practically. This same technology, same approach. Then we have that. This is your breadcrumbs or Japanese.
So, those are panko,
yeah,
right?
that's panko.
Okay.
Yes. Another bowl.
Just doing-
So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna put my panko. You don't need to. Some people season it. You know, I'm not, because everything is already here. and I don't want to take the flavors from the lobster. So the only thing that I did is just do that. And then from here, we're going to put them in a fryer. I'm using on this one, since I'm home cooking, I'm trying to use something that is at home. So I'm just doing corn oil.
Oh, okay, corn oil, that's good. Canola, you're happy with canola oil?
Yeah, you can do it with canola or vegetable oil. Yeah.
But what about olive oil? That's not really a frying kind of oil.
No. You cannot use olive oil for that.
Okay.
It will automatically help to burn quickly.
Okay.
It is very simple. You can do this ahead and put them in a cooler. You can do it the day before, put them in a cooler, and when your guests come home, you can surprise them with this kind of cool stuff. I mean, you can do a lot of things with this.
So if I did those ahead, how many days can they hold in the fridge, do you think?
Usually for food safety purposes, I'll say 48 hours and then discard them, right after you produce them.
But I could freeze them, right?
You can freeze them, yes.
So if I'm having a dinner party and I want to prep everything ahead, I can make them ahead, freeze them, and then just take them out and fry
Absolutely,
them?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you look like a king.
See, I don't know about you guys, but I always like to have stuff prepped ahead because the last thing I want is to spend the entire day in the kitchen and then have people over. Because then as soon as they're done eating, I want them to go home. Yeah, how long can you freeze them for, Chef Miguel?
I recommend to freeze them no more than a month, just because food safety purposes again. Food can be freeze up to 3 months, but actually, since it had egg, it has lobster, a lot of potential for food safety there.
So now what? You just wait on them to fry?
Yes. We're just waiting to get a golden color.
So Chef Miguel, tell me, how long have you been here in the United States now?
I've been here for 22 years. So it is a journey every day. Because I start early, with family. And then it is very hard to do a lot of things that we want to do in life. But, for people that really care about culinary, taught me well enough to know the techniques. And then that's what the reason I am where I am. Just because of those people and the time and effort. And I know that, you do the same for this cause as well. And I really appreciate that.
So Chef Miguel hasn't told you, but he has 9 children. And so
My wife kept me busy.
Okay.
I'm a chef, so she knows.
So he really does cook for an army. He's got an entire football team with backup players.
Yep. So one of the things that I did, I ordered this online, but you can do it in any other format plate.
Those are bamboo, right?
Yes, they're bamboo.
Then I don't have to feel bad about throwing them in the trash later, right?
No, this is very simple. You don't have to wash dishes. Once this reach the color perfect, golden color, you just put them in there. Put them in the bowl. 2 types of different presentations. You can use any forks. You can use anything that you wanted to use in the house. And that's how I did everything.
Wow.
I really appreciate your time, and thank you for having me.
Learn in our kitchen, then recreate the dishes in yours. Register for a cooking class at the Cooking Depot located in charming downtown Cuero. Taught by experienced guest chefs, each bringing their own unique style and passion for food. Learn new tricks to use in your kitchen and watch step-by-step demonstrations as chefs prepare delicious appetizing meals for you to sample and enjoy. Classes are a delicious treat, perfect for date night, girls' night out, or sign up for one of our lunch and learn classes. The Cooking Depot. Register today.